Lightning owner Jeff Vinik is not only investing in his team, but the community as well. He and his family recently moved to Tampa Bay from Boston. He also moved his company, or is in the process of doing so, Vinik Asset Management, at least the headquarters, who will be here in Tampa Bay as well. Mr. Vinik, thank you for being here. We're thrilled to have you.
Pleasure.
You've owned the Lightning now for 2.5 years. What was so appealing about this opportunity to buy an NHL team, and particularly here?
We're going to create
A couple things. One, in terms of hockey, I love the sport of hockey. I am a small minority investor in the Red Sox.
Which we forgive you for.
And I have so much respect for the job the Rays do down here. It's really incredible. And so it was a big surprise to some of my Red Sox partners that I actually wanted to buy a hockey team. But even as a kid, I've loved the sport of hockey. So literally at a 50th, I was at a concert very near my 50th birthday, and I was with a good friend. And I was thinking, I don't like golf. I said, what am I going to do for fun for the next 30 years? And I said, I'm going to buy a hockey team.
Who wouldn't?
Of course. Well, I'm very fortunate to be able to do that. And looked around at a variety of locations, a variety of teams. Anywhere east of the Mississippi I thought was a good possibility. And after evaluating the opportunities, Tampa Bay, by far and away, was the perfect fit for me and my family. Just great weather down here, really nice, welcoming people. I've never been to a place where the people, you can get assimilated into the community as well as you can down here. Lots to do, museums, culture, restaurants, easy to get around. I looked at a variety of different teams, and only 1 year after I made that decision to buy a hockey team, I own the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Fantastic.
And I've been thrilled ever since.
Does your business model change at all from what your previous business experience with Vinik Asset Management, and you were with Fidelity starting out many years ago? Is it the same in that you surround yourself with great people who know what they're doing?
Absolutely, and I don't care whether it's a hockey team or the Vinik Asset Management or any organization. It all comes down to the people. And with the Lightning, been so fortunate, been able to hire Todd Lewicki. He's our CEO, and he ran 3 teams in the Pacific Northwest. And if there's a better CEO in all of sports, I'd like to meet him. And on the hockey side, I'd say the exact same thing. Steve Yzerman, longtime captain of the Detroit Red Wings, is our general manager, running our whole hockey operations. He's as good as anybody in that business, and both Todd and Steve have been able to hire great people. That's the way we think we can really develop the Tampa Bay Lightning into one of the best franchises in the NHL.
Now, that building that you've invested in heavily, and your own money, more than $40 million, yes. I mean, that's a huge commitment. To me, that tells all of us you're here to stay. But you wanted to upgrade the Forum, which was a great building in the first place, but showing some signs of age after only 10 or 12 years, right?
Yes.
So why did you decide to do that?
Because it's all about the fans. And it's not only the fans of hockey, it's the fans of concerts, it's the fans of the circus. We have 150 events a year in the Tampa Bay Times Forum, and we want our fans to have great service there and to be treated well, but also have a world-class experience when they are inside the Forum. So we have replaced every seat, we've redone the seats, we have put in a great old hockey organ, which just resonates through the whole arena. Everything was about making our fans feel special and giving them a terrific experience.
You did something this last season, and actually it's a 5-year commitment. You're going to give away $10 million over a 5-year period to worthwhile charitable service organizations. And you started this last season, so $50,000 given away during each and every home game, and there are 41 games. That's Why did you want to do that?
A brilliant thought of our CEO, Todd Lewicki. You know, I'm very fortunate, as we discussed, to be an owner of a hockey team. My wife and I try to be philanthropic. We tried to lead by example. Todd has been very much the same way throughout his whole life. We really want to make a difference on this Tampa Bay area. We talked about the Forum, that's one way, but we also want to be out in the community. We want to give our time, and every employee of the Lightning gives 40 hours a year of their time to work on different philanthropic causes and to spend days out there making a difference.
That's a job requirement.
That is a job requirement for everybody, yes, 2% of their time roughly. In terms of the Community Hero Program, I have met so many wonderful people who are heroes in this community and do things that one can't imagine. 8-year-old kids who start up charities for the homeless or to provide shoes to those who can't afford them. Elderly people who also are working, 70, 80-year-old people who work 40 hours a week to help those less fortunate. I am fortunate enough every game to meet these people. I am inspired what they do, and to be able to give $50,000 to the charities of their choice. And then we publicize that both in the newspapers as well as throughout the forum in one of the TV timeouts. One of the most fun, rewarding things that we're able to do here.
And I've seen you at games. I've never come up to you. I'm glad to meet you today.
You're welcome to next time.
and I just see you chatting with fans. You're a very approachable guy. Have you always been?
I'd like to think so. It's all about the fans.
Yeah.
And I love talking to fans and hearing what's on their mind and what can we do better. And we try to, we listen, and if we hear the same thing from a lot of fans and it makes good sense, we're going to make changes, and we have. When I bought the team 2.5 years ago, some of our employees were being charged, part-time employees were being charged for parking. Mm-hmm. One of the first things we did here is that, that's crazy. Employees of the Tampa Bay Lightning should not be charged for parking. They're spending hours of their day working hard for us, again, making our guests feel welcome. Those are the sort of things that we try to do to really, for the whole community.
There's another venture that I don't know how far along it is, but you have partners in this. Channelside, the entertainment district, is right down the street from you.
Yes.
And I believe this project, your involvement has been approved. And now, is this going to be a lease arrangement or a management agreement with the port? Is that how it works?
Who knows how this will evolve, but the most important point is, we are an important part of the whole Tampa Bay region, but specifically the Channelside region in Tampa. And we care about everything that's going on in our neighborhood down here. And like the mayor, we want a vibrant entertainment district and a place where a lot of tourists will visit, as well as a lot of local people will visit. Channelside is part of this area, and we see no reason why it cannot be very successful. Now, whether it's us developing it or somebody else in the end, the most important thing to us is it's a great destination, it's done in a world-class manner, and it's something that all Tampa Bay region can be proud of.
And it's a natural flow from the Forum down to Channelside.
And both ways, hopefully.
Yeah, one would think so. Okay, you and your wife and your children. Now, 3 in college?
Yes.
1 in 6th grade.
Yes.
You made the move from Boston 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Okay. You wanted to be here.
Absolutely.
Because this is where really your interests lie now, your financial interests with Vinik Asset Management, at least having the headquarters here. And by the way, you're going to add employees there as well.
Yes, we are. My company's had about 25, 30 employees, been headquartered in Boston. We're in the process of moving it down. We've taken a floor of space in downtown Tampa, and we're actually looking to grow the company and looking to the future, and we're actually double the number of our employees to about 50, over 30 of whom will be based in the Tampa area.
How is your family adjusting to this new environment down here?
Doing great, actually. I'll go back to what I said in the beginning, welcoming people, and my wife has felt welcomed here. So many people, so many other mothers of kids at my son's school and other people in the area have reached out to her, and it's the same way with my son. Joshua, my 6th grader, he's only been in school 6-7 days so far, but just like the experience I've had, he's been surprised. He said, boy, I can't believe how kids come up to me and welcome me and want to have play dates with me and want to go to get ice cream with me. Everybody having a very positive experience. I'm not surprised.
Final question, what kind of hockey team are we going to have this year? You made some personnel changes, and last year was a little bit of a down year, but there were injuries galore.
Yes.
And that's with professional sports,
yes.
That's always going to be an issue.
That's true.
So if you get a healthy team back on the ice, what are your expectations?
We, and me in particular, I'm very optimistic. Steve Yzerman quietly perhaps has had a tremendous offseason in bringing in 5 or 6 new people to new very strong hockey players to the Lightning. Matt Carl from Philadelphia, one of the best defensemen in the league. Sammy Salo, a defenseman from Vancouver. We were able to get both of them, as well as 4 other players. Lindback from Nashville also joining our team. We think he has a lot of promise and could perhaps be our goalie of the future. We feel really good entering the season. Now, it's always a long season. It's always a grind. Goal number one every year, make the playoffs,
Right.
and we'll see what happens from there. But we think we have a team that puts us in a good position to make the playoffs.
We were spoiled a couple of years ago because it came out of nowhere, going to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Final, and that's the way hockey. That's the way all sports are. It's like with the Bucks in the NFC South. Historically, in the last few years, the first place team one year becomes the bottom team the next year. We don't want to see that happen. And frankly, we got spoiled here a little bit when we became Hockey Bay USA back in 2004, winning a Stanley Cup when no one thought that would happen that soon. But ultimately, yeah, the first goal is to get in the playoffs, but that's a grind. That's 4 different 7-game series you have to win
Yep.
to get to the Cup.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
But why not us?
Why not?
Our goal is nothing short of being one of the top hockey teams year in and year out. And I've always said the Green Bay Packers, very small town, Green Bay, Wisconsin, are one of the top franchises in the National Football League. Why can't the Tampa Bay Lightning be one of the top franchises in the National Hockey League?
We seem headed that way, and in fact, your season ticket base has doubled in the last couple of years. Am I right?
Yes, yes.
All right, great. Jeff Vinik, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Enjoyed it, Frank. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, time for the last word. Let's go to